Hello friends, how are you? Welcome back to Change Your Life. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare and valuable American coins. From iconic designs to hidden treasures, we're exploring the top 3 most valuable and ultra-rare U.S. coins that could be hiding in your pocket change right now. Have you ever wondered if an old, dirty, or oddly colored coin could be worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars? You might be surprised. In this video, we'll uncover the shocking history, rare varieties, mint marks, and collector secrets behind the 1984 P. Jefferson Nickel, the 1996 D. Jefferson Nickel, and the 1999 P. Roosevelt dime. These seemingly ordinary coins from the United States have captured the attention of collectors and investors around the world. Some rare error coins and exceptional examples have sold for incredible prices, turning everyday pocket change into life-changing discoveries. So before you spend that old coin sitting in your drawer, stick around, because you might be holding a hidden fortune in your hands. Let's begin with our number 1 coin. Welcome back to Change Your Life. Today, we begin our journey with one of the most mysterious and fascinating coins in American pocket change history, the 1984 P. Jefferson Nickel, also known as the Monticello 5-cent coin from the United States of America. At first glance, this coin looks ordinary. Millions of Americans carried it in their pockets, spent it in vending machines, and tossed it into jars without giving it a second thought. But what if I told you that some collectors have spent years searching through thousands of these nickels, hoping to discover a rare variety or mint error that could be worth far more than 5 cents? The story of the 1984 P. Jefferson Nickel begins at the Philadelphia Mint, where hundreds of millions of these coins were produced during a period of massive coin production in the United States. The coin features the portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the front and his famous Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson Nickel series has become one of the most collected coin series in American history. Yet, despite its common appearance, the 1984 P issue continues to attract collectors because of its historical significance, unusual errors, and the possibility of finding exceptional specimens. Imagine opening an old coin jar inherited from a family member and discovering a worn, dark-colored 1984 P. Jefferson Nickel. Most people would spend it without hesitation. But experienced collectors know that sometimes the most ordinary-looking coins can hide extraordinary stories. The color, strike quality, surface texture, and even tiny imperfections can transform a simple 5-cent coin into a sought-after collectible. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1984 P. Jefferson Nickel is the possibility of mint errors. During the coin production process, mistakes occasionally occurred. Some coins were struck off-center, some were struck on the wrong planche, and others displayed unusual die characteristics. These manufacturing accidents, while extremely rare, have become highly desirable among collectors because each error tells a unique story about the minting process itself. The year 1984 was an important period in American coinage. The United States Mint was producing enormous quantities of circulating coins to meet public demand. The Philadelphia Mint alone struck hundreds of millions of Jefferson nickels that year. With such massive production numbers, the likelihood of occasional mistakes increased, creating opportunities for collectors decades later. Many people believe that any old or dirty coin must be valuable. But experienced numismatists understand that rarity, condition, and authenticity determine a coin's true worth. A heavily circulated 1984 P. Jefferson nickel found in everyday change is generally worth only its face value. However, examples preserved in exceptional condition, especially those with sharp details and strong strikes, can command significantly higher prices among collectors. Another important factor collectors examine is the famous full steps designation. On the reverse of the Jefferson nickel, the steps of Monticello are visible beneath the building. Coins with fully visible, uninterrupted steps are much scarcer than ordinary examples. Because achieving a complete strike was difficult, collectors actively search for these rare full steps examples. And some have sold for impressive amounts at auction. Perhaps the greatest excitement comes from discovering genuine mint errors. A Jefferson nickel struck on the wrong planche, struck significantly off center, or displaying dramatic die errors can attract tremendous collector interest. These pieces are not valuable because they are old, they are valuable because they are rare accidents that escaped the strict quality control procedures of the United States Mint. The 1984 P. Jefferson Nickel also reminds us of an important truth about coin collecting. Hidden treasures are not always made of gold or silver. Sometimes, the real value comes from rarity, condition, historical significance, and collector demand. A coin that millions of people ignored for decades can suddenly become the center of attention when a rare variety or exceptional specimen is discovered. Today, collectors continue searching through rolls of Jefferson nickels, hoping to uncover that one extraordinary coin hiding among thousands of ordinary examples. While most 1984 P nickels are worth only 5 cents, the dream of finding a rare error or an exceptionally preserved specimen keeps the excitement alive for collectors around the world. So before you spend that old 1984 P Jefferson nickel sitting in your drawer, take a closer look. Examine the date, check the mint mark, inspect the strike quality, and study the details of Monticello carefully. You may not discover a million-dollar treasure, but you could uncover a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, and perhaps even a valuable collector's item that has been hiding in plain sight for decades. Next up, welcome back to Change Your Life. Today, we continue our incredible journey into the world of hidden American coin treasures with a coin that millions of people have seen but very few have ever truly examined, the 1996 D. Jefferson Nickel, also known as the Monticello 5-cent coin produced by the United States Mint in Denver. At first glance, this small 5-cent coin appears ordinary, common, and easy to overlook. But what if I told you that hidden among billions of coins are extraordinary examples that have captured the attention of collectors and sparked treasure hunting excitement around the world? The story of the 1996 D. Jefferson nickel begins at the Denver Mint during a fascinating era in American coin production. During the 1990s, the United States Mint produced enormous quantities of circulating coinage to satisfy the demands of a growing economy. Millions upon millions of Jefferson nickels entered circulation, passing through the hands of citizens, businesses, banks, and collectors alike. Yet within this massive production, certain coins emerged that would later become objects of fascination due to their exceptional quality, unusual characteristics, and rare minting errors. The Jefferson nickel itself carries a rich history dating back to 1938, when it replaced the Buffalo nickel. The obverse features the portrait of President Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers and the third president of the United States. The reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's famous estate in Virginia, an iconic symbol recognized by generations of Americans. Although the design remained familiar for decades, every year of production introduced new possibilities for rare varieties and extraordinary collector discoveries. What makes the 1996 D. Jefferson nickel particularly intriguing is not its age alone, but rather the hidden potential that exists within the series itself. Coin collectors have spent decades searching through bankrolls, inherited collections, and forgotten coin jars, hoping to discover examples with exceptional strikes, unusual errors, or remarkable preservation. This endless search has transformed ordinary pocket change into an exciting treasure hunt that continues to this very day. Imagine finding an old coin tucked away inside a drawer, covered in dirt, discoloration, and years of circulation wear. To most people, it would appear worthless. However, experienced collectors understand that appearances can sometimes be deceiving. The color of a coin, the sharpness of its strike, the condition of its surfaces, and even tiny manufacturing imperfections can dramatically influence collector demand and market value. One of the most important features collectors examine on Jefferson nickels is the quality of the strike. The details of Monticello on the reverse side required tremendous pressure during the minting process to appear fully defined. In many cases, the steps beneath Monticello are weak or incomplete. However, coins displaying fully struck and uninterrupted steps, known among collectors as full steps examples, are considerably scarcer and often command substantial premiums in the marketplace. The 1996 D. Jefferson nickel also fascinates collectors because of the possibility of mint errors. Throughout the history of the United States Mint, production mistakes occasionally occurred despite rigorous quality control standards. These errors include off-center strikes, die cracks, doubled dies, clipped planchets, wrong planchet errors, and other unusual varieties. While most coins were produced correctly, the few that escaped with dramatic errors have become highly sought. After collectibles, perhaps the most exciting aspect of collecting Jefferson nickels is the realization that rarity does not always depend on age. Some of the most valuable coins in modern numismatics are not centuries old. Instead, their value comes from a combination of rarity, condition, collector demand, and historical significance. A seemingly ordinary coin can become extraordinary when it possesses a unique characteristic that separates it from millions of others. The year 1996 itself holds special significance within modern American coinage. During this period, advancements in minting technology increased production efficiency. Yet the possibility of fascinating minting anomalies remained. Collectors today continue to examine 1996 Jefferson nickels under magnification, searching for varieties and errors that may have gone unnoticed for decades. Condition remains one of the most important factors influencing the value of any collectible coin. Most 1996 Jefferson nickels found in circulation have experienced years of wear and handling, limiting their collector appeal. However, examples preserved in exceptional mint state condition, especially those with brilliant luster, strong strikes, and minimal imperfections, can attract considerable interest from collectors and professional grading services. Another fascinating aspect of the Jefferson nickel series is the emotional connection it creates between history and discovery. Every coin tells a story. Some circulated through businesses and households during important moments in American history. Others remained hidden inside collections for decades before reappearing in today's collector market. This sense of mystery and historical connection contributes significantly to the excitement surrounding coin collecting. Many new collectors dream of discovering a coin worth thousands or even more. While extraordinary discoveries are rare, they do occur. The history of numismatics contains countless stories of collectors finding valuable varieties, important errors, and overlooked rarities in places where no one expected them. These stories continue to inspire people around the world to search their own collections carefully. When examining a 1996 Jefferson nickel, experienced collectors look closely at several important characteristics. They inspect the quality of the strike, the preservation of the surfaces, the sharpness of the details, and the presence of any unusual features or minting errors. Even subtle differences can dramatically influence desirability within the collector community. The market value of a typical circulated 1996 Jefferson nickel remains approximately 5 cents. However, examples in exceptional uncirculated condition can command significantly higher prices. Rare mint errors and outstanding certified specimens have sold for hundreds and, in some cases, thousands of dollars depending on their rarity, condition, and collector demand. These remarkable examples demonstrate why careful examination of every coin remains important. The story of the 1996 Jefferson nickel reminds us that treasures can sometimes hide in the most unexpected places. A coin that once purchased a small item at a neighborhood store may later become a prized collectible sought by enthusiasts across the country. This possibility, however rare, continues to fuel the passion and excitement of coin collectors everywhere. So before you spend that old 1996 Jefferson nickel hidden in your coin jar, take a closer look. Examine every detail carefully. Study the mint mark, inspect the surfaces, and search for anything unusual. While you may not discover a million-dollar treasure, you might uncover a fascinating piece of American numismatic history and perhaps even a valuable collectible that has remained hidden in plain sight for decades. And remember, in the world of coin collecting, every coin tells a story. Every detail matters, and every discovery begins with a single look. Next up, the 1999 Jefferson nickel, also known as the Monticello 5-cent coin of the United States of America, is one of the most fascinating modern American coins discussed by collectors and treasure hunters around the world. At first glance, this small 5-cent coin appears to be an ordinary pocket change coin. But behind its familiar image of President Thomas Jefferson and the famous Monticello estate lies a remarkable history of American coinage, minting technology, and collector enthusiasm. Many people believe that every old coin automatically becomes worth millions of dollars. But the real story of the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel is far more interesting and reveals how rarity, condition, mint errors, and collector demand determine a coin's value. The Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938 when the United States Mint replaced the Buffalo nickel design. The new design featured Thomas Jefferson on the front and his historic home, Monticello, on the reverse side. The coin was created by sculptor Felix Schlag, whose artwork remained largely unchanged for more than 6 decades. By the time the year 1999 arrived, the Jefferson Nickel had already become one of America's longest running coin designs, recognized by millions of people throughout the world. The 1999 P. Jefferson Nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which uses the P. Mint mark. During 1999, hundreds of millions of Jefferson nickels were produced for circulation throughout the United States. Because of this enormous production quantity, the average 1999 P. Jefferson nickel found in pocket change today is not considered rare. Most circulated examples remain worth their face value of 5 cents, while uncirculated examples preserved in exceptional condition may sell for several dollars to collectors. Despite its common status, the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel has captured the imagination of coin enthusiasts because of the possibility of discovering rare minting errors and extraordinary high-grade examples. Throughout the history of coin collecting, certain coins that appeared ordinary at first eventually became valuable due to unusual production mistakes, exceptional preservation, or unique characteristics unnoticed by the general public. This possibility has fueled countless stories claiming that a simple Jefferson nickel could transform someone's financial future overnight. The composition of the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel consists of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Unlike the famous wartime silver nickels produced between 1942 and 1945, the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel contains no silver whatsoever. The coin weighs 5 grams and features a smooth edge, although some online discussions refer to the coin as a silver nickel. This description is inaccurate from a metallurgical standpoint. The bright appearance of some specimens results from their nickel content and preservation rather than from any silver composition. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel involves the concept of full steps designation. On the reverse side of the coin, the staircase leading to Monticello can sometimes appear with exceptional clarity. Professional grading companies award a full steps designation to coins displaying complete step details. Because achieving such a precise strike is difficult during mass production, collectors often pay significant premiums for high-grade examples exhibiting full step details. A regular circulated coin may be worth only 5 cents, while a certified mint state full steps example can command substantially higher prices. The story of modern coin collecting demonstrates that condition is often more important than age. Many people assume that old coins are automatically valuable, but collectors seek coins preserved in the highest possible grades. A heavily worn coin produced centuries ago may be worth less than a perfectly preserved modern coin. Therefore, if a 1999 P. Jefferson nickel survives in pristine condition with exceptional strike quality, original mint luster, and perfect surfaces, it can attract considerable interest among specialized collectors. Throughout the years, numerous rumors have circulated claiming that ordinary 1999 P. Jefferson nickels are worth millions of dollars. These stories often spread through social media videos, online forums, and sensational headlines designed to attract attention. While it is true that some rare coins have sold for extraordinary amounts at auction, there is currently no evidence that a standard 1999 P. Jefferson nickel has sold for millions of dollars solely because of its date and mint mark. The most valuable examples involve extraordinary circumstances such as unique mint errors, superb certified grades, or historically significant provenance. The fascination surrounding valuable coins stems from genuine historical examples of remarkable discoveries. Throughout American numismatic history, collectors have occasionally found rare varieties, minting errors, and previously unknown specimens worth thousands or even millions of dollars. These extraordinary discoveries inspire collectors to carefully examine every coin they encounter. Although the odds of finding such a treasure remain extremely low, The possibility itself continues to fuel interest in coin collecting around the world. The Philadelphia Mint, where the 1999 P. Jefferson Nickel was produced, has played a central role in American coinage since the 18th century. Established shortly after the founding of the United States, the Mint became responsible for producing circulating coinage used throughout the nation. Over generations, billions of coins have emerged from its presses, each representing a small but important piece of American economic history. The 1999 P. Jefferson Nickel therefore serves not only as a collectible object but also as a tangible connection to America's monetary heritage. Some collectors focus specifically on mint errors when examining modern Jefferson nickels. These errors can include off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, and other unusual production anomalies. While most coins leave the mint exactly as intended, a tiny fraction exhibit manufacturing defects that become highly desirable among specialists. In rare cases, dramatic errors can significantly increase a coin's value, transforming an otherwise ordinary 5-cent piece into a prized collectible. Another factor influencing the value of any coin is professional certification. Independent grading companies evaluate coins according to strict standards and assign numerical grades ranging from 1 to 70. Coins receiving exceptionally high grades, particularly MS-67, MS-68, or higher, become increasingly rare because even microscopic imperfections can lower a grade. As a result, collectors often compete intensely for the finest known examples of modern coinage. The concept of rarity extends beyond simple mintage numbers. A coin produced in massive quantities can still become valuable if very few examples survive in exceptional condition. This principle explains why some modern coins command surprising prices despite their originally large production figures. The combination of rarity, condition, demand, historical significance, and market trends ultimately determines a coin's worth. For individuals discovering a 1999 P. Jefferson nickel in circulation today, the first step involves carefully examining its condition and characteristics. A coin showing significant wear, scratches, discoloration, or damage generally possesses little collector premium. However, a coin displaying sharp details, brilliant surfaces, original mint luster, and possible mint errors deserves closer inspection by knowledgeable collectors or professional grading services. The mythology surrounding hidden treasures and life-changing coin discoveries has become an important part of popular culture. Stories of ordinary people finding valuable coins in pocket change continue to captivate audiences because they represent the dream of discovering extraordinary value hidden within everyday objects. Whether or not such discoveries occur frequently, they remind us that history, rarity, and human curiosity often intersect in fascinating ways. Today, the market value of a standard circulated 1999 P. Jefferson nickel remains approximately 5 cents. Uncirculated examples may sell for $1 to several dollars depending on quality. Certified high-grade specimens with full steps designations can sell for significantly higher amounts, occasionally reaching hundreds of dollars under exceptional circumstances. Extremely rare mint errors may command even greater premiums, depending upon their uniqueness and collector demand. Although sensational claims occasionally suggest that every 1999 P. Jefferson nickel is worth millions of dollars, the reality is more nuanced and equally fascinating. The true value of the coin lies not only in its monetary worth but also in its connection to American history, minting craftsmanship, collector culture, and the enduring human desire to discover hidden treasures. The 1999 P. Jefferson nickel serves as a reminder that even the smallest and most ordinary objects can possess remarkable stories waiting to be uncovered. Ultimately, the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel remains an important piece of American numismatic history. While the vast majority of examples will never make anyone a billionaire overnight, the excitement surrounding rare coins continues to inspire collectors across generations. Every Jefferson nickel carries with it a story of American history, artistry, economics, and the enduring thrill of the hunt. For that reason alone, the humble 1999 P. Monticello 5 cents coin will always remain a fascinating subject for collectors and dreamers alike. See you in the next video.